This is where all the magic happens. What's up, everyone? It's your girl Chantel, aka the TellieTube, and welcome to day 4 of Tellietober. Today I'm going to show you how I shoot and edit my Raptors vlogs using Imovie and another editing software. So let's just go right to it. So first things first, the video I've decided to sort of re-edit is the Raptors versus Heat vlog where Ron and I sat courtside because it has a lot of moments where sound effects and a lot of other stuff that I normally use in my videos are all in one video. Plus it was a cool experience, so yeah. When I shoot my videos, I don't use a professional camera all of the time, especially at Raptors games, because you're not allowed to bring a DSLR anymore, which is a professional camera used for taking pictures, and I'm sure they'll give me some kind of trouble if I were to bring a mirrorless camera like the Canon G7X, so just to avoid all of that, I just vlog on my iPhone. The phone I used for this video that I'm editing is the iPhone 7. And then I used to vlog on my iPhone 8, and now I have the XR because I always get my mom sloppy seconds whenever she gets the new iPhone. I actually prefer the iPhone because it's pretty easy to use, and I feel like the quality is good, and the microphone doesn't sound bad like it does on my Canon or the Canon G7X. Personally, I just don't like it. Now that I have the XR and it has a lot of storage space, I shoot all of my videos in 4K at 60 frames. And how to change that is you go to your settings and you go to camera and you change it there. But also mind at the bottom where it says how much space it'll take up. So before I jump into the actual editing of my vlog, well, any vlog actually, I'm just going to create a few folders just to kind of keep things organized around here. So I'm going to create a main one called How I Edit My Raptors Vlogs, basically the title of the video. Inside I'm going to create a few subfolders. One is going to be called Vids, where I'm going to store my videos. Another called Text, I'll explain why later. One for the pictures called Pics. One for audio called Audio. And a finals folder where all of the finalized videos and my thumbnail picture is going to be stored for uploading. So I've already sorted through the clips and created a file for the videos I would like to use in this video, so I'm just going to select them all, kind of pull back this here, and I'm going to drag them into my iMovie where it says import videos, and I'm going to drop them. So we're gonna actually wait until the little circle thing in the corner kind of finishes loading, because that means all the videos are uploading, and if I were to start editing them now, it would kind of just be slow. That's why we wait, so it'll just be smooth. Now that the clips are actually uploaded, I'm just gonna take you guys through my iMovie library, kind of how I set up things. I have little folders for little stupid stuff I put in my videos, like the emojis, some memes. I have all my music that I use in my videos, some sound effects like that little fart sound, some time cards from SpongeBob, some transitions, and I also have my intro and my outro, just so that I don't have to go through all my files on my hard drive. It's just all here in iMovie. It'll be there when I open up, it'll be there when I close. So now that we have everything here in iMovie and everything's set, I'm actually going to start by putting in my intro. Just drag that into there. I'm gonna also put in the traditional TV static by going into my sound effects and putting it at the beginning and the end of my intro. You know the usual if you watch my videos, it's just static, intro static. I'm obviously not gonna watch my intro a million times, so to skip it, I just press the up and down arrow keys, down to go forward, one full clip, up to go backwards, one full clip. Now I'm just gonna put in the first part of the video. Usually at the beginning of the video I have just like a clip, something funny happening, or just something just to kind of like get the attention of the viewer. So actually in this video, a woman, I guess she thought we were taking a picture, so she asked if we wanted her to take our picture, and I said, oh no, we're just filming, and she was like, oh okay. So I kind of thought that was kind of cute and funny, so I'm just gonna put that at the beginning. To split the video is Command B, or I actually have a touch bar on my MacBook, so I just press split on my touch bar. So I'm just gonna play back the intro here. So I'm gonna show you guys how I put type on my video. Just a heads up, I don't ever use the titles panel or anything from iMovie in my video. I do have a different way I'm gonna show you guys. Personally, because I feel like the default is just unprofessional the way it only fades in and out, and you don't have much freedom with it other than changing the color and the font. I'm just gonna demonstrate it for you guys quickly. So I just set it back to where I say Raptors. I'm going to type Raptors versus Heat because that's who we were playing, and I'm just gonna type something like the TellieTube at the bottom. I'm just gonna change the font just to show you guys that you can change the font. I'm gonna change it to like Futura because Futura is cool. And I'm gonna change it to Raptors Red. And there it is. My very unprofessional title, or like my prof says, it's very ugly. Okay, let's just get rid of it because I know. Since I'm a graphic designer and my program actually requires me to have a Creative Cloud subscription, what I use to freely make my titles or text is actually Adobe Illustrator. So I already have text that I use in my other videos. I have one at the bottom center. I got one just floating freely anywhere in my video. I got one in the dead center. I have one at the top left corner and one in the bottom left corner. So I've already created a Raptors versus Heat text or title. I usually put a drop shadow on my text just to kind of make it stand out, because if you were just to put the plain red on the video, sometimes you can't really see it because there's already a red item or something in my video that's red, and it just kind of looks like it blends in. But if you put the shadow on it, it sort of stands out and you can tell it's the logo. This is where the text folder comes into play. Anything I make in Illustrator that's going to be a title will go into this folder. I'm going to name it something simple like Raps versus Heat. I'm going to check Use Artboards, which is down there in the bottom, because if I don't, it'll export just the length and the width of the area in the bottom left corner, whereas if I check Use Artboard, it'll export the whole artboard, which is 1920 by 1080, which is the size of an HD screen. So therefore the logos will actually appear in the bottom left corner without having to take an extra 10 or 20 seconds scaling it down and positioning it correctly. Plus, it'll look consistent throughout all of my videos, not that anybody is paying attention. Normally, I'll put a little pop notification to alert the audience that something has popped up in my video, because there's times where the audience is watching your video and they're so into the video that if you want to put an important title on the video, they won't really know it's there unless they're notified. That's why I put a notification, so that when they hear it, they're like, oh, something popped up, and they'll look for it and they'll find it. This is a cool trick I like to do called a video overlay. Don't ask me why I did it this way, I just did, but the way you normally do it is to drag and drop your video on top of the video clip that's already on the timeline, and that's that. The way I did it was I detached the audio and then fit the clip in between, and then I adjusted the second clip so that the audio and the video in the original clip would sync up. This is so in case I ever want to put an image in the video that's overlaying the original video, I can do that. Because if I went about it the first way, unfortunately, Imovie just didn't get the memo or whatever, and they still won't let us put more than one picture or video on top of a clip. But this way you can put an extra clip if you really need to.
Yo, what's
up,
guys?
Everybody? So today the Raptors are taking on the Miami Heat in the final home game of the season, which is Dwayne Wade's last game here in Toronto. And I'm not sitting in my regular seats, and neither is he. Now I'm going to show you how I add my sound effects to my videos. For example, here is a clip of former Toronto Raptor Kawhi Leonard coming out of the practice gym and giving me a fist bump and nearly giving me carpal tunnel. But when he makes contact with my hand, I want it to make a punching sound effect. So I'm just gonna kind of find where he punches me, kind of like there when my wrist starts bending and everything. The carpal tunnel begins right there. Ew, it's at like almost a 90-degree angle. And I'm gonna go into my sound effects and I'm gonna look for the punch sound effect. I have a few, so I'm just gonna drag and drop that there. All the audio goes below the video clips. So I noticed in my previous videos that whenever I had a clip where I wanted to zoom in and I split it, the audio would kind of jump or trip. I'm gonna give you guys a quick example. It kind of sounds kinda like this. So I found a way to get it to play smoothly, and how I do it is I detach the audio and I split the video, not the audio, and then I do my crop to fill on the clip I want zoomed in, and that's it. So when I play the audio back, the audio won't trip like that. I know nobody really pays attention, but I hear it every time I play back my videos before sending them off to YouTube, and it bothers me so much. So yeah. Spicy! Here is when Danny Green Hail Married the ball to Kyle a bit too far and it hit the ref in the head. I know I did a sound effect, but if you're a real Raptors fan, you know all the issues we have with the refs, so I'm just gonna do this part for fun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a fart sound effect when the ball hits him in the head. So I've already explained how I do sound effects, so I'm just gonna fast forward through it, and you guys could just laugh. Here, I want to show you how I manipulate the speed in my videos. It's quite simple actually. I'm going to perform it on this video of Pascal Siakam running on the fast break and dunking the ball, and when he's in the air, I'll have that part of the clip play in slow motion to kind of give an action feel to it. So I'm going to split the video at where I want it to be slow, and then I'm going to go into my speed panel, which is this speedometer thing over here, and I'm going to go to where it says normal and press slow. You can also control how slow it is by the percentage, but sometimes I want it to be a certain percent of slow. So you can go to custom and type in whatever percent you want. I'm also going to add in explosion sound effect to make the scene look more action-packed. So we're finally at the end of the vlog. Not this video, keep watching. This is where I'll tell the audience to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and you'll see that subscribe button sort of pop up with the mouse clicking subscribe and the bell, which is what I want you all to do right now. Just, yeah. And then the video will cut to the outro, which is actually a temporary outro I made because I obviously have a brand new one. But it wasn't finished, and I certainly wasn't going to use my old one. This is also in my sound effects folder, so I'm just gonna drag and drop it. Yes, this is a green screen from YouTube, but I also edited a bit so it can be in the lower half and also a lot smaller so it doesn't completely block the video, because the original was like right in the middle of the video and it was big, so it's like, nah. I also added a few sound effects like a little doo-doo text tone, which is actually input from iPhone, and some golf switches to make it sound more realistic when it's coming up, because it's boring if it just comes up on its own. But the problem is, it's a green screen. I don't want this green stuff in my video. How to get rid of it is you go to the video overlay panel, which is the two squares, press where it says cutaway, and select green/blue screen. This will get rid of the green screen and it'll just be the subscribe button.
Subscribe to the TellieTube.
So you guys are subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my crazy adventures. When I'm finished the dry editing, I like to call it dry editing, I'll go over it a bunch of times and start making changes to it, like adding sound effects or anything I've thought of that I didn't think of while dry editing it. This is because you know how when you have an argument with someone and then like 3 hours later you think of what you could have said? This is kind of why I do it, even though it still happens after I upload the video, but I just can't help it. I also want to make sure the video is as perfect as possible. I probably rewatch my videos at least 20 times before sending it to YouTube. This is just so I can watch it through thoroughly and make sure that there's like no mistakes or anything in it. Not that I do anything bad, like abuse my dog like that Brooke girl. This is just so that I can make sure I don't miss any cuss words or anything like that. So when I'm done, I'll export the video by going to File, Share, and File. I'll check to make sure the video is in the highest quality available. Unfortunately, it was only 1080p, but usually it's 4K. Then I'll navigate to the folder I want to share it to, which is the finals folder, and I'll press save. So while the video is saving, I just want to say thanks for watching my video. I hope this helps with your editing, because I know iMovie is like stuck in the last century and we have limits on things we want to do when we should be able to do them in 2019 or whatever year you're watching this in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my videos, and leave a like and comment. If you want to post your video that you edited with iMovie with my tips, go ahead. But I'll see you all tomorrow for day 5 of Tellietober. See ya!